Hi everyone, welcome back to Yoga Magnificat with Messia. I've got a nice little chair yoga flow for you today. So for this class, you'll need a sturdy chair, hopefully without arms, because they get in the way. You might need a yoga mat. If you don't have one, no sweat. Again, you can do it on the floor barefoot as long as you're not feeling any slippage. You might also want a yoga strap, and if you don't have one, grab a long belt or an old tie or even a towel that you can use to put limbs into in case you can't reach, that kind of thing. So with that said, we're going to get started on the chair, and feel free to press pause at any time that you can take a moment to check out the poses and catch up in case you feel like we're going too fast or anything like that. So we're going to get started with the backs on the chair. You can have your feet out in front of you. You can close the eyes and maybe flip the palms up to the sky. Take a few moments to breathe in, slowly breathing out. Feel your breath, perhaps for the first time today. Notice it flowing freely in and through your lungs. Let everything else that might be preoccupying you, any negative news that you've been reading, things that have been causing you worry or stress. Remind yourself that you are in the safety of your own home. If you have windows and it's daytime, allow the sunlight to just warm your skin. Notice it through your eyelids. Continue breathing in the same way, and I'll cue you through our practice so we don't forget to breathe. Feel free to open the eyes and have a seat away from the back of your chair. So scooch forward a little bit. Make sure that your head is stacked over your heart and your heart over your pelvis. Same with your knees. They should be over your ankles so you're nice and steady. Let's bring those arms up towards the sky, sweeping to the ceiling. And exhale, press the arms away. Inhale to lift. And exhale, lower. One more time to inhale. This time, place the hands onto your knees. We're going to begin with some seated cat-cow. So draw your chest forward, slide your shoulders back, look up. Exhale, bring it forward. So drop your head, shoulders, and empty out through your belly. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, come forward again. Inhale, bring those shoulders back. Exhale, curl forward. Let's come all the way back up, unfurling into an upright position. We're going to start with some very easy twists. So we're going to start just by taking the arms out in front as though we're holding a kayak oar. So you have two paddles, one on each side. Now you're going to dip your oar down into the water and you're going to swing those arms back, but turn your chest and body slightly to the right. Inhale, slowly bring your body back forward with your hands. Exhale, turn to the left and dip your hands down as though you're paddling on the sides of your canoe, or I should say kayak. Bring it back. Inhale, forward, exhale to the left. Inhale, forward, and exhale to the right. One more time on each side. Come forward to the left. Inhale, come up to the right. This time we'll let go of our oar, and this time have our hands come up in kind of a defensive boxing position. Stay up nice and tall, and we're going to swing gently to the right and rotate over to the left. So similar position or movement from last time, but we're really focusing on feeling that rotation around the base of the spine, around the belly. So you might have guessed that we're doing a little bit of twists and rotation focus today. Take them slow. Try not to force yourself into a position that's too far over, and just feel out your muscles. We're just warming them up right now. So we want to go nice and slow. And then we're going to come back through the middle, and we're going to do what we call the slip. So this is what they do in boxing. You're going to widen your legs a little bit further away, draw your core in, bring your hands and your fists by your face, kind of that defensive position again. Now we're going to drop those elbows and loop over to the right, and we're going to drop the elbows and loop over to the left. So you're just using your core to crunch forward and bring yourself back up. So again, to the left, forward, to the right. When you come back up, you don't have to overarch or pop yourself open. You want to keep yourself in a fairly tight defensive position. So you have your arms and your hands around your face. You have your shoulders slightly rounded and coming back. Okay, so we're not open like so, okay? So contract your abdominals, really feel them out as you're moving from side to side. It's kind of like a half circle. So if I was holding a ball, you would see that I am lifting it up, dipping down, kind of a U shape. All right, last time, coming back up. Now we're going very slowly, right? Just to keep those muscles nice and intentional, warming them up very slowly. Now we're going to work on the side abdominal muscles called the obliques. So we're going to widen those feet out just a little bit more, and we're going to come into a slightly supported version of an oblique exercise. So your first option is to keep your fingertips on the right hand on your right knee. Your left hand, the palm goes up. Now, you're going to use your oblique muscles to control the movement as you tip over to the right. Now, you're not going to rest your hand on your thigh. You're going to have your fingertips there for stability. And then you're going to use your core muscles on the left side to bring yourself up. Again, tip to the right. Inhale, come back up. Tip to the right. And come back up. Now, if you want to make it a little bit harder, you're just going to keep that hand going towards the floor and coming back up. You could even extend it and then come into kind of like a, I don't know what you call it, straight arm position. But you're relying mainly on your oblique muscles to help you come back up. Nice and slow. Let's do one more. Tip it to the right and come all the way back up. We've got to do the other side. So again, first option is to keep your fingertips on your right knee. Right hand, palm goes up. Tipping to the left. Use your core muscles to come all the way up. Nothing really to do with the legs. Those are just there for stability. Press your way back up. So again, using your core muscles to control this entire movement, especially feeling that cinch going through the right side. Good, nice and slow. Again, you want to make it a little bit harder, straighten that left arm and drop it down with nothing to hold it and slowly come back up. Maybe try inhaling as you go to the left, exhaling as you pull yourself back up. Inhale to the left. Last time, exhale, pull yourself back up and relax. Wiggle your knees, relax your hips. We're going to do a nice little stretch for the core area and the shoulders. So keep your knees fairly wide. Bring your fingertips down to face the floor, your elbows out. So we're going to hinge forward. Take your right shoulder down to the center of the space between your knees. So like this, bring your right shoulder down, look over to the left. Feels particularly good around your shoulders, the front of your shoulder, and around the side of your waist. Come back through center, take your left shoulder down this time, and look to the right. And again, right shoulder down, left shoulder back. Last time, left shoulder down, right shoulder back. Really push into your hands to experiment with the traction that you get by pushing into one palm and away with the other. And then slowly come back up, all the way to an upright position. Whew, how about that for a warm up? Okay, so the next one we're going to do is working on the core. So scooch forward a little bit onto your chair so that you have some room to place the heel of your hands on the seat. So you can lean back a little bit without lying back on your chair. You're relying on your core a little bit here and then extend. Let's start with one leg first. So your left leg is bent, your right leg is straight. Okay, so core, you're leaning back slightly, relying on your core. You're feeling it taut just a bit. And then you're going to lift your right knee towards your belly, straighten that leg and land the heel tap. Knee towards the belly, heel straightens, tap. Lift it up and tap. Lift it up and tap. Now, if your low back starts to bother you, or you're feeling a lot of, pain or something where it's not comfortable for you to sustain this, sit back up and do this version in an upright position. Okay, so otherwise you can stay here, leaning back, kind of like a boat pose. Good. Last one. Set that foot down. Whew. We're going to sit up, wiggle those knees. You might have felt it through the tops of your thighs, the hip flexors. That's also a place where we're working them as well. So same thing here, lean back, draw your core in, put your weight into the heel of your hands, and then straighten your left leg. Now we're going to start by squeezing the knee towards the belly, straighten and lower, tap. Again, squeeze knee, lower and tap. Good. And just continue very slowly and very intentionally bringing that knee up as high as you can without shifting the lower body too much. So if you're looking at my upper body, I'm not rocking forward and back with my leg. I'm keeping my upper body as still as I can, and the only thing that's moving is the leg at the top of the hip, bending at the knee. Let's do one more. Crunch it in. Oh, release and wiggle out those knees. My hip flexors are a bit sore today, and you'll definitely feel the weight of your own legs through doing an exercise like this. So we're going to try a version of this with both legs out together. Okay, shimmy forward, lean onto your hands, shoulders push back, chest broadens, and bring your core in. So try not to splay your ribs too far. You're just keeping everything fairly tight but open at the same time. I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but you're just trying to keep things steady and stable without letting them overbend or over crunch. So it's nice and neutral, but still firm. All right, so we're going to start alternating. Right knee in, kick it back down. Left knee in, kick it back down. Right knee, and so forth. Keep your gaze forward if you can. Breathing soft. Knee in and land. Knee in, land. Knee in, land. Isn't this fun? Aren't you glad that you pressed play today? I sure for one am glad that you did. Feel free to comment below what you think of this class. Love to hear it. Let's do one more on each side. Last one. And bring it in. Whew. Give yourself a little roll through the shoulders, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. All right, let's go for a full-on twist here, keeping ourselves facing forward, knees about hip distance apart. Lift the arms up, turn to the right, and then land the hands onto your right side. Your left hand is on your right thigh, your right hand's by your chair. Keep your shoulders open and dropped away. You can look to the right, or you can turn your gaze towards the right side or back behind you. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Just continuing with that same breath. And then slowly unwinding. Let's take the arms all the way to the sky, turn to the left and drop the hands to that left side. Right hand on the left thigh and the left hand on your chair. Take a deep breath in, sitting tall. And exhale, turning to the left, looking behind that shoulder. Slowly unwind, coming back. We're going to stand up and take some standing positions. So go ahead and move your chair, reposition yourself so you can see me better. You want to stand behind the chair and have the length of your mat behind it. Maybe have two legs of your chair on the top of your mat just to prevent any slippage. All right, so we're going to come to the top of the mat and we're going to walk our elbows down onto the chair. Now, if you have, hopefully, a sturdier chair than I do, you want to gently push straight down and not forward. So you don't want to push your chair off away from you. So you want to lean forward a little bit, make sure that you're fairly solid, but you're not going to put all your weight on that chair because I don't want anyone to fall down because I don't know what kind of chairs you have at home. Now you want to draw your core up towards you, bend your knees slightly, and look forward past your thumbs. Try not to look down at your feet so you're nice and long. And then from here, sweep your left foot back and land on your toes. Okay, so then from here, once you're ready, you're going to pop onto your right foot, slide your chest towards your thumbs and lift your back leg up. You only need to lift it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. My right leg is still bent. I'm still pushing down, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. I'm going to land that foot down and walk it in. Same thing on the other side. Step the right foot back. I'm going to pop onto my left foot slowly, move my chest towards my thumbs, and elevate the right leg, only to a degree that feels comfortable and safe. Take a deep breath in and another deep breath out. Staying here, inhale and exhale. Slowly lower down that right foot and step it in. Walk the hands up. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. We'll start with the hands on the chair again here. We're going to place the feet together, hinge the hips back and bend the knees. So my knees do bend, but I'm keeping them fairly over my ankles and not poking into my toes. Your weight should be in your heels and your toes should be able to lift off the ground. Core is drawn in, look forward while pressing your hands down onto that chair. And if you're feeling confident, lift one hand and maybe the other, framing the face for chair pose. How appropriate for a chair class, right? It's like you're sitting on an imaginary chair behind you, creating a shelf and a support on the back of your hamstrings. Good. From here, let's bring those hands down. Keep your knees bent. We're going to keep them here and separate the feet just a little bit, about a hip distance apart. Keep the strength in your legs. Keep the knees bent, and we're going to tap that left foot out, bring it in. Tap the left foot out, bring it in. Tap it out, bring it in. So you notice my front right knee is still bent. It hasn't moved. The only thing moving is my left leg. So you're going to feel this burn on the right side of your hip, on your glute. Lots of heat building up, lots of strength building here. Good, last one. Stand up tall. Ooh, release that in your legs. Take a deep breath in. Cycle the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring it down. Let's take the hands back onto the chair. Separate your feet about hip distance apart. Come back to your chair pose. Look forward and then step your right foot back. Keep that left knee bent. Bring it in, tap it out. 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 Try to keep your left knee as immobile as you can, with the same angle staying there. You're really activating that leg and keeping it strong while the other leg continues to move. So you're gonna feel that heat building up right around here. Last one, step it forward, press down, lift up. Inhale to bring those arms up. Exhale, bring your hands behind you, interlace the fingertips, and then press your hands down to the floor, roll your shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale slowly. Breathing in one more time. Exhale, release. Let's come back to the top of the chair. We're going to take the left foot back and turn your toes off to the side and then come into a warrior position. So your chest is turning to the long left side of your mat, right knee is bent, left foot off to the side with the edge of the foot pushing away. Now, when you're ready, you could leave your right hand off the chair or you can keep it on. It's really up to you. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Next position, side angle. The hand comes down, flip your back palm, lean over, keeping that right knee bent. Now, if you feel like you don't really need the chair, you can put your right hand on your thigh or your elbow to come down a little lower. You can also put your forearm on the chair. So there's lots of different levels that you can use with the chair in order to accommodate your body in your practice. Come back up, straighten your front leg. This is triangle pose. So the difference here is straight legs. We come through again just like side angle, put the arm down, and then flip that left hand up and continue going until you feel that left arm either over your head for a nice long stretch or you can keep it over your shoulder and lean back slightly. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Legs are straight and strong. Nice big stretch to the left side. And then bend your right knee. Allow yourself to come up nice and slow. And then from here, drop the hands. And then turn your left toes in just a little bit until your hips can face forward and you're still bending through the right knee. Now, we're coming into Warrior One, which looks a lot like Warrior Two, except being turned out like this. This is Warrior Two. We're turning the shoulders and the hips forward to face the short edge of your mat and the top of your chair. Notice how my left toes are still pointing out slightly, but not quite as much as before. So my left hip is open, left toe is open, but the shoulders and the fronts of the hips are still facing forward. Now, when you're ready, the hands can stay on your chair, or you can lift the hands up. Push back through the edge of your back leg. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Lower the hands, turn your back heel forward, and walk it up. All right, shake out your legs. Take a little break if you need to before going on to the other side. We'll start with the body facing the chair once more. We're going to step back the right foot this time into a lunge position. Okay, so make sure again your left knee is bent, your right toes are on the floor, and you're looking forward nice and strong. Bring those arms overhead if you feel comfortable doing so. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. From here, land your right toe, your right heel, turning your toes out, and then open your hands to the front and back of your mat. And again, notice how my left knee is bent and the right leg is really straight, pushing against the edge of my right foot. We're going to take our side angle pose, so reach forward and land your arm. Take the right hand up overhead. Now you could stay here, or you can take your left hand onto your thigh or your elbow, or you can place your elbow on the chair, whichever suits you the best. Inhale, come back up. This time straighten your front leg. Come to triangle pose. Reach forward, land your elbow or your forearm on that chair. Take the right hand, maybe continue it over your head for this really nice long stretch. Legs are still straight and hips pushed back. Now your right shoulder should be back in space, your chest rotating to the right. Slowly put a bend in your left knee. Make your way all the way to your warrior pose, and we'll transition to warrior two. So warrior two pretty much closes the right toes in slightly so your hips can face forward, and then the arms face forward. Left knee is bent still, arms raise, this time looking towards the front of your chair. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sink it down. Inhale and exhale. This time land your hands, turn your back heel forward and step it in. Come to mountain pose, the top of your mat. Inhale to reach. Exhale. Release the hands back onto your chair. We'll walk back into downward facing dog, so keep walking the feet back until your arms straighten and your head comes between the biceps. Press down into your palms and let your chest and your armpits just kind of yearn towards the floor. Look down at your toes, take a deep breath, and exhale slowly. Enjoy that nice long stretch. Maybe play with bending your knees, maybe straightening them. And then slowly bend your knees, walk it up to the top of your chair, and take your time as you come up. We're going to take a seat now back onto the chair. So if you need to change your orientation at any point, go ahead. Grab your strap. We're going to loop the right foot with the strap through the center of the foot, and then lift the heel forward, just kicking with that heel and bringing the toes back. Now take your left hand to hold that strap. You want your right hand to be free. Reach forward with that right hand, kick through the right heel, and turn the right hand back. Turn your chest to the right, all at the same time kicking through your right heel. You're going to get that lovely stretch on the right outer edge of your leg. A little twist through the spine. Find a deep breath. Exhale slowly. Bring the right hand forward. This time bend your knee and cross the leg over for your pigeon stretch. So feel free to stay here if this is enough for you, or you can take a little bend forward, just experimenting with how you feel, maybe even adding a little pressure from that right elbow onto the inner thigh. Don't forget to breathe. Relax into the pose. Let yourself find some ease. Slowly come back up, release the foot. This time we'll switch, taking the left foot into the strap and kicking the heel forward, toes towards the face. Make sure your right hand is holding the strap so your left hand can reach forward. Now we'll swing that left hand to the back of the room, turn your chest and gaze to the left, but still kick through your left heel just a little bit more. Take the left hand forward. We're going to bend that knee, cross the ankle over, and come to pigeon pose. Again, you can stay here or take that fold. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Slowly come up, release the strap. You can use the strap for this next one if you like, for seated forward fold. If it's long enough, place your feet about hip distance apart and loop the strap around both feet. Now you're going to hold on to both ends of your strap and then just kind of shorten the grip. Allow yourself to press gently back into your sit bones and into your heels and through the crown of your head, so 3 points. As you do so, bend your elbows and hinge yourself forward by using the tension in your strap. You're going to feel a stretch underneath your legs quite a bit as you get a little bit lower. And you can keep going down by shortening your grasp. And if you have enough room, you can hold on to your shins, backs of your calves, or whatever you can get. Get nice and long. Again, push through all 3 points, through the crown of your head, your sit bones, and down through your heels. Exhale very slowly, round forward, let your head drop. Let your spine be very soft. Maybe cross your arms over your shins if you can get down that far. If not, you'll just hold on to your legs to wherever is comfortable. Breathe through the length of your spine. Exhale, be soft. Shoulders releasing from your ears. Take one more deep inhale. A last exhale here. Lift the head. Walk your hands up towards your thighs and take your time to a upright position. When you're ready, slide your back onto your chair. Let your feet recline forward and let your toes splay apart. Let your hands rest. Close the eyes perhaps. And let yourself focus on your breath. Allow yourself to remember the calm and quiet space of your home, its safety within all of its walls. Taking in deep breaths, uninhibited, without strain or worry. Feel free to take your time in Shavasana. Whenever you're ready, you can wiggle your hands and feet. Maybe reach up and give yourself a full body stretch. Exhaling and coming back to a seat. Let's bring those arms up overhead, draw them down, back to the sternum, feeling the warmth between your palms, the quiet in the mind, body, and breath. May you have this with you today in your thoughts, words, and heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you'll tune in again.